We're here. Good
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning.
We're here at Memory
Yeah.
Bound in Ankeny, Iowa,
Mm-hmm.
and we've got Miss Peggy here this morning.
Yep.
And I'm
Yes.
Teresa behind the camera today, and we are going to have some Halloween fun
We're going to
today.
have some.
Oh, I didn't even notice your shirt today, Peggy.
Yes.
That is very
Mm-hmm.
cute.
Yes.
It's your
It's my.
color.
It is in my color palette. It is. I was between this one and then one that says football is my favorite season. So,
Oh,
but I
I
decided
like
to go
it.
with fall. I
Football,
thought it would.
falling leaves. What does it say at the bottom? Bonfire or
Bonfires, football,
bonfires?
pumpkin
Pumpkin
spice,
spice. Do you like
falling leaves,
pumpkin spice?
not in coffee. I'm not a coffee
Oh,
drinker, but give me a good pumpkin bar with cream cheese frosting and
yes. Me
yes,
too.
yes.
And I do like, I know they have some kind of frappuccino. I don't drink
Mm-hmm.
coffee, but I drink a frappuccino. And in the fall, they have like pumpkin or
Yeah.
caramely. They put caramel and
Uh-huh. Yeah.
so
I know
that's,
the nutrition club that I usually get my morning protein shakes at,
yeah.
they have it's pumpkin month this month. So they have
Oh,
a
there
lot of
you
different
go.
shakes and coffees with pumpkins. So yeah, if you and my favorite is the peanut butter pumpkin cookie.
Oh, that
And it
sounds
is very
good.
tasty. It's very good.
Yum.
Hmm.
Well, we're getting
So
some
yeah,
people
it's a great way to
on
start
this
the
morning.
day.
Good
Yeah,
morning,
good, good, good.
Donna,
Hmm.
Ostra, Barbara.
Yeah.
I know Janet's here.
Hmm.
Janet's in
Janet's here.
Texas.
Yes.
Good
Uh-huh.
morning, Janet. You
And
jumped on
Donna.
right
Yeah.
away.
Hmm.
So
Well, we're going
we,
to have some Halloween fun today with a little mini book. And thank you, Joellen. It's a fun shirt. But yeah, we're going to do a little mini album. Here it is.
ooh, Chris made some
With,
pumpkin
yeah.
bars
Ooh, yum,
with
yum.
crumble on top.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that sounds
that's
really good.
that does
This
sound
time of
good.
year is also the time of year that my grandma always made apple bread.
Oh,
And it always
really?
had, it was so good. It was just, I cannot replicate it as hard as I've tried.
She had a
Um,
secret
I
ingredient.
don't know. She did something, but it had a strudel topping to
Oh,
it. And
yeah.
oh my gosh, all of us grandkids, we just loved, loved, loved it. So, but yeah, I wish I could make it the way she did. She's quite the cook.
Oh, Donna says she loves mini albums. So
Oh, good,
Peggy,
Donna, you're going to have fun with this one. Let me tell you,
yeah.
this really, I was inspired by a post on Instagram from Echo Park that they had this. And then I found out when I was watching it that if you go to the Echo Park Paper Company website, they have free download instructions. And so Janet is going to include that link
Yep,
for
she
us
just put it
so
on
you
there.
guys can get it. So this isn't a kit or anything like that, but the directions, you can download them from Echo Park. They're free. And I think that's the best part about
Free
it
is
is that
always
they're
good.
free. I love
Yeah.
that. And you can make one up. You can use anything you want to make it up. Today I chose the Ghost and Goblins paper, which
Cute.
is just it's their Halloween collection,
You
and
use
it
the
is.
6x6 pad?
I use lots.
Oh, okay.
I use the 6x6 to decorate the pages on the inside. I used the collection pack,
Okay.
so I used the collection pack, and I also used the
The
solid pack.
solids. Okay.
And let me tell you, between the three things, I it gives you enough to make two of these albums. And
Okay.
I have
Fun.
what I have left are just small pieces of the pattern paper and a few of the cut aparts
Okay.
and 2 sheets of the solids. So I mean, if you like this, you can make a couple of them out of the collection pack.
Yeah.
Very
One to
easy to
keep, one to
do.
give away.
Exactly, exactly. And then, the Mega Pad, the one nice thing about the Mega Pad, when you go to decorate the pages up, you get those same, patterns that you
Right.
have on the pages that we'll be making. And um, but just smaller size, so the scale is just a little bit smaller, so
Okay.
it works a little bit better on your smaller pages, I think. And then to decorate it up, the mega pack also gives you the solid papers in here too. So if you don't want to use solid on the outside of the album and you'd rather use one of the pattern papers, go ahead. You'll get the solids in the mega pack. So that's kind of a win-win.
Yeah.
So
Janet says, sounds like you can make some cards with your scraps, Peggy.
you absolutely can. I have them. I brought them with me.
Yeah.
They're in my tote here.
Okay.
But yeah, I brought them with me, and there's not really a whole lot left, and I was really excited about that.
Yeah,
So
that's nice.
so good use of paper.
Definitely.
Good use of paper, and I really enjoyed that. But I think before we get to
Yeah.
this, we need to show some new stuff.
Yep, we got
And
a
then
few
we'll
new
kind of
things.
go over this little album. And you guys, I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek. Here is the front.
It's so
And
cute.
this
Wait
is what
until
it
you
does.
see. You guys, it's so cool. It's so cool. Can you lift it up just a little higher?
A little bit
There.
higher?
Yeah.
So I can do that.
All right.
It goes kind of a long ways out.
Cute.
So let me just grab a few here. But yeah, you can it just keeps going, guys. It just keeps going.
All right.
So yeah, and I'm going to show you how to make the slide
It
too.
is magic.
So yeah.
Janet says magic.
So yeah, I'm going to show you how to make it all slide. And you guys, it's a lot easier than it looks to be. And
it's very
just
different
really
than anything we've done in a while.
So yeah, it's going to be a fun one today.
Yeah.
So we'll get back to this in just a moment. We're going to show what's new.
Yes, and we do have the 49 in market.
Willow Grove
in. We're going to show that tomorrow, but it is online, so you guys can see that.
So it isn't in my face. Put that up. Okay. All right. So yeah, we have that. We have the Willow Grove. We have everything in the collection, and we have the Halloween add-on with it too. So we have that, and like Teresa said, we'll be showing it all tomorrow.
Yep.
It's beautiful. I mean,
it is.
I know Teresa was oohing and ahhing over some of the
there's
papers.
There's a little bit of purple in it. I was so excited.
Yeah.
So
beautiful colors in there for fall.
Good greens.
Just nice, really warm, vibrant colors that I think
and that's
what
really
like.
Janine's going to be using for one of her projects when she comes in October. So
yeah, it'll be good stuff. Okay, what we are showing, we're going to start here. We have from Simple Store. Oh, I gotta go this way. Do we go down?
I'll do the down camera. Sorry.
Have a calendar. So for those of you that do calendars every year,
I think we need to put it back
down. Put it back down. Okay. Oh. Just a second. We may have a piece came out of the equipment. I'm sorry. Okay, I can't do that. I'll let you play with it. I'll talk while you play with it. Okay, so we have Simple Stories, the 12-month memory calendar that is now in stock, and it goes with the life and photos. You get the calendar, and then you get and shows you calendar page ideas. You get sticker sheets. You get 3 12 by 12 die cut sheets and 3 6 by 12 sticker sheets. So lots of stuff in here, and it is $34.99 for the kit. For those of you that do calendars for Christmas gifts or birthday gifts, now is the good time. Now is the time to start on that. So great deal on that. Next, we have the Quintessential Mixed Media book. We have this back in stock. These have just sold like wildfire. I'm getting a lot of glare there. These have really sold so quickly. We've had a couple different patterns
different
with this
styles,
collection things. Great for junk journaling, card making, mixed media, any kind of paper craft. This is $13.99. This is what you get in it. You can kind of see some of that. So pretty. I mean, these are just gorgeous for your junk journaling, I think. So $13.99 for that. The I think this is just really pretty. I love that one. Okay, and then we got from Paper Roses, we got some. We got the Holiday Fun Basics paper, and this is really, the collection is really a lot of fun. I like the red and the black in here. It is a wintry one. The houses in this collection, I think, just are so fun, what would you call these? They kind of remind me of, what's that Tim Burton movie?
Oh, The Night
Um,
Before Christmas.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Uh-huh.
was thinking kind of Mary Englebrightish, maybe.
So
Too?
it's
I don't
just a
know.
very different look, something that we haven't really had before. So yeah, I mean, I look at the different trees on this side. You can
Oh,
really take a lot of inspiration,
that.
for building a page, I think, on that. I think that's a lot of fun. So we have that.
Very nice.
And then Crafter's Companion, we have some Christmas tag cutting dies here.
Oh.
I really like these. I think these are
Those are
kind of neat, aren't
cute.
those?
Yeah.
I mean, those would be great on,
Wow.
yeah,
Do
those would
they
be
snap
great on,
together or
yeah.
what?
It looks like you can make them any size that you want, because you have the top and you have the bottom, so you can
Okay.
kind of do that, and then you can put the
Put that on the
die
side
wherever
or
you
the-
want to have that cut out at.
Cool.
Oh, that's a neat idea. I like that one.
How much
This
are
one's
they?
$24.99.
Oh, pretty good
And
price
it looks
too.
like you get 8 different dies for the designs, and you have 3 tops and 3 different bottoms on that one. So that's really fun.
Oscar says Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Then
Or
we
Ozra.
have,
Sorry, Ozra. I said Ostra. I'm putting a T in your name. I don't know why.
and yes, beautiful holiday paper. I agree with you on that one. That I just think the colors they used, even though black, white, and red, great colors. We have the Christmas stamp, the Seichi's Classic Mouse Christmas. We have the stamp in stock, and we have the dies that go along with
Matching
it from
dies.
Spellbind
Yeah,
from
we didn't have
Spellbinders.
the dies before, so those are new.
So now we have the dies that go with it. So if you bought the stamp set, you might want the dies too. The die set is $19.99. The stamp set is $14.99. So it's always nice to have the dies when you have a stamp set, I think, just because, I know Fussy Cutting Day, World Fussy Cutting Day is coming up, but if you don't like to fussy cut, it's nice to have that die. Okay, and now we have a couple more cutting dies here. We have, this again is for a Classic Mouse Christmas. The embellishments, I mean, look at the mice. Now you don't get the mice in here, you just get the embellishments. So you get the hat, you get the candy cane, you get the greenery. Looks like you get the scarves.
So that's an add-on.
Yeah, so it's an add-on to what we previously had. I think
it goes with that.
It goes with this one.
Yeah.
So here, this is the one that you get all the mice with. Oops, I got.
They're so cute.
Yeah, they are adorable. I think this is just a great collection. If you are a Disney lover, if you've ever spent time in Disney, I think these are a must-have for your scrapbooking.
And Tim has put all kinds of things on the mice.
Oh my gosh,
so
yes.
Cute.
He's made some really cute ones. I have loved seeing that. And then the wreaths that go with it too. I just really think those are fun. Where it says Happy Holidays, you can kind of see the string on the lights. This one says Merry Christmas on it. I mean, and you get the dies to do all of that. So, wow, this is a good one. This is $32.99 for the wreaths. The embellishments, $22.99. And then just the regular, it's called Steamboat Willie Duo, and they are $32.99. So lots that you can do with those, lots and lots. And then we're going to go back to the paper rose one. I didn't realize we had these other pieces to it. So we have the holiday fun. We have the 6x6 paper pad that goes with that. You can kind of see all the different patterns in there, from the houses, the Santa Clauses, just, the cut aparts, some wood, owls, all those things,
cute.
presents, very cute, very cute. I loved these houses. They kind of remind me of Tim Holtz's stamp dies that he came out a couple years ago. That was kind of that quilty look. I really liked that. And then we got the embossed die cuts that go with it. So you guys have something to create groupings with. So look at those. I mean,
$9.99.
It really is Tim Burton-ish looking. The artist is very that way. It's a different kind of look, and I think it's one that's going to be a popular one this year. And again, $9.99 for the embossed die cuts on that one. So that's our new stuff today. And like we said, we do have the the Vicky
49.
Booten stuff, 49 in Market, Willow Grove, and the add-on Halloween collection all in stock, and that is all online too. And we'll be showing everything tomorrow. And then, even though we just talked about Christmas, we're going to go back to summer because it is still summer. We still have a
is
few days of
technically,
summer yet.
yeah.
You know, fall doesn't start until next week. So summer, we are going to close summer out with this value pack, the Summer Vibes value pack. This is Echo Park. Paper and embellishments. You get titles and phrases, the ephemera, and the frames and tags, and 3 sheets of 12 by 12 paper. It's a value of $18.87, and this week it's on sale for $7.99. So, I mean, just 2 packages of the ephemera is going to get you, that $7.99. So it's a great deal. And these colors are so fun for summer. I love them. They're great. Great for summer. And that is what we have going on today for specials and new. So now we're going to get back to our album. So we'll get started on that. And again, I'm going to kind of show you all the papers and things with this collection, what we have, and then we'll kind of go through the album. But I'm going to start just by showing you this little album. It is 6 by 6 is the size, is going to be your finished size, 6 by 6, and which is a great size. I don't typically get lots and lots of Halloween pictures from my daughter. She's great at taking pictures throughout the year of, so many different things. But for some reason at Halloween, I am lucky if I get one. So, being able to make a little, mini album it makes it a little bit easier. I don't have to, do a full page or anything like that. So, and this will be something that the kids can look at too and enjoy. So I know, Teresa, you're just the opposite. You get lots of Halloween pictures.
I do. I take
Teresa's
lots
great
of
at dressing up and things like that. That's something that I just don't do. And that's probably why I only get the one picture because that wasn't always, a big thing at our house. But I am so drawn to Halloween papers. I don't know about anybody else, but Halloween papers just suck me in. And I think I have bought 3 or 4 different collections, for the one picture that I'm going to get from my daughter this year. But I can't resist. They're all so cute. But then when I get to make a project like this, why not? Right? So, I mean, this would be a great gift to give to somebody. I mean, even a friend, or your kids is the mom of one of your kids' friends, or neighborhood mom, something like that. A grandparent would be great too. So yeah, just a little 6 by 6 album, and you open it up. I did decorate up the cover here, and we'll talk about this as we go along. But I think the thing that I really like about this is that it's different, that you don't just flip the pages up, that you get to pull them out. So it slides. It's called, on the Echo Park site, it's called the Fashion Sliding Mini Album. And so it's just a sliding mini album. You make the pages and they just slide out, sometimes smoother than other times, but they just slide out. And so you can kind of bring it back in and slide some more out, come back in, or you can, do it. It's almost like an accordion album, but it slides. And that's the one thing I really like about it.
So much fun.
Yeah, it really is. It's really a lot of fun. So there you go. I mean, it's got 8 pages to it, and I know the camera can't take all of them in at one time, but I'm going to just kind of slide across here so y'all can see
Janet has
it.
posted the link to the Echo Park instructions that you can print off yourself at home for free.
Yes, for free.
We don't have them. We aren't selling them. Or you can just read them offline. You don't need to print them if you don't have a printer.
Exactly. You can
You
just
can
download, because they're free. So just download them,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the great thing about it. And the one nice thing about Echo Park, and one thing I really appreciate from them, is that they do have free directions for a lot of their projects on their website. So if you haven't, explored that part of their website, go ahead and do that, because why not take advantage of free resources when you can?
Yeah.
And so we're going to get started on this, okay? And there are a couple things in the directions that I downloaded that didn't work out quite right for me. So I'm going to tell you about, maybe some of the changes that I made as I went along too, and just, that I adapted to as I was going along. Oh, wait, I was going to show you all the papers first.
Oh, yeah.
So anyhow, I'm going to go through, I'm going
What
to
you
show you
use.
all of the papers because they're just so cute, cute, cute. So, I mean, the colors, the purple, the oranges, the green, the black, I mean, and the cut aparts are adorable on here. This little ghost and this little skeleton, I mean, they are just so, so cute. Love them both. The stars, I love how they used all the papers. I'm actually showing these papers that kind of in the order that I used in the album I'm showing you today. So this is just the solid, the purple and the orange solid there. Again, here's this cute little ghost. How can you resist him? The backside is a great stripe. I always say that every good collection has a good stripe in it because stripes are versatile. But I really like this check too. I like that it has the oranges and the green, and the purple in here. So I really like this one as well. This one is called October Checkers, and I think it's really fun. Again, the solid that's not really a solid, and they've done a great job with that. And this bat paper is really a lot of fun too. It has the 4x6 cut or 6x4 cut aparts. Which way do you go? Do you go long then high? I can't remember.
I always say 4x6, but Kelly says 6x4. So
one side is 6, one side is 4.
Yes,
that's what we know. Purple, and I mean the pumpkins are so cute. A great plaid for Halloween here, and look at the cat. If you have a black cat, this is a great one for you. Again, the purple, like Teresa said, we don't get purple in a lot of collections, and when they do put it in there, I just love it. Okay, Janet says officially it's width by height or width by length. Okay, so 4x6, 4x6. That's the cut aparts. And the spider paper, I would have used this as the front side of one of the pages in the album, except I cut it wrong the first time, so then I ran out. But I'm going to talk about directionality too on the pages. Again, this is just a nice basic. This would be a great background for a page. And then you get kind of the mixed cut aparts on this one. So you get 6x4 on that one. And then you get, the 3x4s on that one. I hope I said that right, Janet. And then we go to another one of the solids, which is the lighter orange with the white. And the 4x4 cut aparts. And I use this on the layout for the front cover of the book. So I just use the 4x4 cut apart for the front cover of the book. Worked out great, decorated up just a little bit. Candy corn, who can resist candy corn? How many bags of candy corn have we all eaten already this fall? I won't answer that question because it just isn't good. Are you a candy corn eater, Teresa?
I am. I've recently decided I like it mixed with nuts. You know how people
the
mix
dry
it with
roasted
nuts?
ones?
Yes. And I do
So
like
good.
to put the pumpkin candy corn
Do ya?
on my pumpkin bars.
Oh, that would be good. Yes.
Yes.
This green is really nice. I mean, look at it's so playful and colorful. I just really think it's fun paper. Again, kind of a checker. Look at this one. He's so cute. Again, I really did like this. I didn't get to use it in the book, but I should have. Okay, and so then we have the other solid paper, which is green and black. And I think this works great, for your photo mats in the book too. And then the sticker sheet. The one thing I always say about Echo Park is they fill up their sticker sheet so full of stickers of all different kinds. I love the different size stars on here. You'll see that I use that a lot. The icons, the words, you just can't go wrong. And I like that they include the little strips of words down at the bottom too. I use those a lot. So that is the collection. The other thing that we're using today that you need is chipboard. And I think mine is a 32 point chipboard that I used. It's kind of a medium weight chipboard. I didn't want to get it too heavy because I didn't want to cut it. So on my cutter, that was an easier one to cut. And then 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You can use whatever color you want, but this is what you're going to use to cut the strips that are going to hold your pages together. And 8.5 by 11 is what I use because you need an 8.5 inch length on it, and you're going to cut it to 3/4 of an inch wide. So this is just one way that you don't have to, measure extra. Take the 8.5 by 11 and then cut it by 3/4. So those are the things that we're using. So we're going to start with our cover page, and I've already pre-cut everything just to make everything go a little bit easier or a little bit faster. And then you'll see all my pencil marks on maybe on my paper too, but that's just to make it a little bit easier for me to go along. And what we're going to do, we start with one 8 by 12 sheet of paper. This is going to be your cover. So choose whatever you want. I just happen to choose a solid color. If you want a pattern paper on there, use a pattern paper. Use whatever you want. But I just happen to use the solid. You take one 8 by 12, and then you have another sheet that is 8 by 4 or 4 by 8, whichever way that goes. But so you can get this out of one sheet of paper. When you cut your 8 by 12 here, you're going to get, you still have 4 inches left of your 12 by 12, and you're just going to cut 8 inches there. So you'll cut off the 4 by 4.
Move this way or have the camera go that
Okay,
way? You
way?
keep going off
Okay,
the edge of the, we
I'm
can't
sorry.
see
I
the
worked
whole
down
thing.
too far. Okay. All right. I'm going to
There.
work up here.
Okay.
Okay.
There.
All right. So because it's a 6 by 6 album and you have a spine in there that's an inch wide, you need more than just the 12-inch paper. So that's why you have to have this extra one. And what you're going to do to put it together, you're just going to put some score tape along one of the short edges, one of the 8-inch edges. You're just going to put some score tape there. And then you're going to add the 4 by 4 on here. And I've kind of made a little bit of pencil mark to make sure I have it straight on here. Okay, so there's your cover. And then we're going to take our chipboard and our glue press, which I have down here. We're going to take our chipboard and we are going to just lay it out here. And did I do this wrong? I might have done this wrong. Okay. I have to move that over. But we are just going to put our pages in there. So no, I'm okay.
And those are chipboard pieces.
This is chipboard
Okay.
pieces. That is correct. This is correct. Chipboard on here. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave, the instructions say 1/2 inch all the way around, but what it turned out, because this is 6 inches and this is 8 inches, I'm going to have an inch all the way around. So when you look at the directions and it says you have 1/2 inch all the way around, you really have an inch all the way around. And then I'm just going to take my glue press and I'm going to glue this down. And we're going to go kind of quick on this. So, okay. Oops, my glue's not coming out very well. Okay, so we're just going to lay this down on here. Let's see.
You like to eyeball it, Peggy?
Well, I have lines actually.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the lines.
Yeah, I actually have
Okay.
pencil here.
I'm like, are you just eyeballing it?
No,
You're doing so
you can
good.
kind of see my pencil lines.
Oh, I see
on
now.
there that I
Okay,
made.
okay.
So I did that
So
just
she
to help.
measured it just to make it go faster.
gonna-
Okay.
I'm actually going to get my glue bottle out because I do better with that.
All right. And
Because
this
that's
is
what
the
I
Echo
use.
Park
Mhm.
slide mini album.
Yep,
that
it's
you
called
can
the Fashion
download.
Slide Mini Album.
Yep, and Janet has linked the
And then you're going to just leave like an
instructions.
1/8 of an inch in between. And I'm not going to put this in here quite yet because I'm going to glue this down first. And if I were actually, doing this, I'd probably put a little more glue on it than what I am right now, but this is for the sake of speed today.
Diana says, great idea to outline with the pencil, which it
Mhm.
is. Even if
It
you're
just
not on a
helps.
video,
Yeah. It
helps
helps
you keep
me.
a straight line.
Exactly. And I use my T-square to kind of
Oh,
draw
yeah.
those on there.
That's a good
and
idea.
that just helped me to keep everything straight. And I just think, by doing that, I'm just going to be a lot happier with the finished product. Okay, and so now we have everything glued down like that. And then what we're going to do is, take this actually, we're going to fold this over. So I'm going to start in the corners, and I'm going to just bring that up and fold that. And I make a nice edge on that. And then I'm just going to put a little dot of glue on here and pull that down. And I'm going to do that with each of my corners.
Donna sees you using the Nuvo glue and she wants to know if we've gotten it in yet.
Nope, this is what I brought from home. I'm so sorry.
It's not coming until October
Yep,
sometime.
I'm sorry.
So there is nothing we can do about
that.
We do have other liquid glues.
Yes, we do.
Scotch. That
the blue tipped one that Nicole used the other day when she made the cards. What I can't remember what brand that is.
Yeah, I can't think
but we have that.
Yeah, we've got several other liquid glues. I know you guys like the Nuvo glue because I order it all the time, but
but yeah, we do have other ones, and
it's not coming for a while.
And
we'll get a nice big shipment when it comes in because
Yes.
I know everyone wants it back.
And then I'm just going to put my glue along here. And I'm going to fold this up. Okay.
She used Tombow Aqua. Yeah, that's
Yep,
right,
Tombow.
Tombow. I knew that. I didn't know what she used, but I know I should know the names. I ordered the adhesive.
I'm just going to hold that on there for a second while.
I don't know why I like the Scotch. I've used it for years, so that's
that's what you use.
What I use. I don't know. I would probably like the Nuvo too if I used it, but I just use Scotch because I am a creature of habit. I don't like change. Barely Art Glue is great in the glue press. Yes, we might have run out of that, but there's some on order. Yeah. Oh no, we don't have the Barely glue. We have the glitter glue.
We have the glitter glue.
And I think we have some of that coming. Because people are buying other liquid glues now that normally don't move as quickly because we don't have the Nuvo. So I'm like, who ordered who bought all the glitter glue?
Right. You got to have glue. You know, and guys, and I say that a little tongue in cheek because it probably wasn't until about a year and a half ago that I started using liquid glue.
Yeah.
I never used it. I would use my score tape, or I just wouldn't use it.
I know. I don't use it very much either.
And I've been scrapbooking since since 1999 was when I started.
You know, I also like the matte medium that comes in those little bottles.
Yeah.
Rhonda said she likes the Scotch because it has, for bigger areas, it has a bigger hole than the Nuvo glue. Yeah. But I do like the matte medium as well, the little bottle. It comes in, you can put it on with a brush, but I like it in the little bottle.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I have more control. I don't know. Janet loves glitter glue. So lots of people are liking glitter glue.
When you find the glue that you like, that's kind of the glue you stick with.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I were home, I would take more time to do this. I'm just doing it quickly.
Flatten it out a little. Yep. Why do you do the triangles in the corner? It just makes it a nice clean.
Because I just think it looks better. I think it lays better. I don't have the overlap. You know, I just think it looks better, and even from the outside, I just think it looks nice. It just looks nicer, and I don't have to cut. So that's the other thing. Now the next piece that you're going to do is you're going to cover the inside, and these pieces that you're going to cover are cut to 6.5 by 5.5. So 6.5 by 5.5. One's going to go over here. One's going to go over here. And then I'm going to have one that's going to come down the middle. And that's 1 inch by 5.5. And don't worry if it doesn't match up. No one's going to notice, okay? No one will notice. So we're just gonna, and this, just serves as the inside of your book. So
Lisa says years ago her go-to was photo squares, and I
oh
still
yeah.
use them. Lisa, lots of people still use those because I order
Oh
those
gosh,
also.
yes, we do. We
That's
sell
what I
those a
use
lot.
on my photos when I put those down on
Yep.
everything, one in each corner. And then if I need to take a photo up, I know
Yep.
where the adhesive is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know lots of people don't like the blue tabs, but they don't bother me.
No.
I put them in the garbage.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I have a lot of different kinds of glue.
Mm-hmm.
I like score tape.
You know what?
and
I like the
tape
Zig
runner.
pen. Do you use the Zig pen?
Oh, sometimes I do have one.
I use that a lot, but I tend to use a lot of little pieces too. I mean, you guys know when I do a lot of my groupings, I have small pieces, the greenery pieces, little flowers, that sort of thing. When I do letters, if depending on the size of the letters, sometimes I'll get my Zig pen out, and that's what I use.
Yeah.
That's what I use.
You have to find what you like.
Yeah. You do. Okay. And then this is going to go over the top to kind of center it in there. And like I said, don't worry about matching it up. You can be matchy-matchy if you want, and that's fine. But you don't have to be if you don't want to be.
Because no one's going to look at that.
Right. Exactly. So this is just going to go like, you can kind of feel where that piece is in the middle there, and it's just kind of a reinforcer for that. Okay, and then I'm going to let that dry. So here's your cover. We've got the cover all done, right? I'm just going to fold it a little bit. There we go. Okay, so there's our cover. It's done. Now we're going to move on to the pages. So we've got what we've done so far is this part across here. So we've got the cover done. Then we're going to go on to the pages. And for the pages, what you need is you're going to make 8 pages. So you can use 8 different patterns if you want, which I did, or you can use, however many you want, but you're going to have 8 pages altogether. So in each of the pages, you're going to cut 2 of each size, 2 of 4 different sizes. And so the pages are all going to be 5.5 inches tall. That's as big as your page is going to be, 5.5 inches. So you're going to start off and you're going to cut 2 pieces that are going to be 9 3/4 by 5.5, 2 pieces that are 10 1/4 by 5.5, 2 pieces that are 10 3/4 by 5.5, and 2 pieces that are 11 1/4 by 5.5. And just for the sake of time, I have already cut those. This is my 11 1/4 by 5.5. And what I'm going to show you, another reason why I absolutely love the Spellbinders trimmer is the scoring blade on here, because we're going to score each of these sheets. So this one, oopsie, I've been jostled around a little bit.
Shannon, there is or Cheryl, there is instructions.
Yes.
It's by Echo Park. Janet has linked it a couple times. I'm sure she'll link it again, and it's free. You can download it and print it out, or you can just download it onto your computer. But we are not selling it or anything like that. So you just go to the link that Janet put on, and there you go.
And you go to the Echo Park page, and you go up, their menu, and it shows like classes or projects maybe, and you can go down to that, and you'll just look for the slide mini album, and I think Janet just linked that for us again.
Yep.
But this one, I'm going to cut this one. This is already cut to 5.5, and I'm going to cut it to 11 3/4. And then what I need to do is I need to score it at 1/4. So I'm going to move it across my trimmer here, and I've got that scoring blade on here, so I don't even have to pick anything else up. And I'm going to score at, my blade didn't go through. Let me try that one more time. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to score it at 1/4. So what this leaves me now for my page, because I scored it at 1/4, from that score line to the end is 11 inches. So I have to do the math and divide that in 2, because I'm going to fold this page over. So 11 divided by 2 is 5.5. So I'm going to move it over to 5.5, and I'm going to score it again. So on each of your pages, you're going to do that. So, you know, for the page that you cut to 9 3/4, the smallest pages that you cut, the 9 3/4, you'll score that at 1/4, and then you'll cut it in half at 4 3/4. But you know, if you don't want to do the math and figure that out, you can, you know, just kind of fold it up and see where it is. So I'm going to bring that 1/4 inch fold in. Just press that down. And then I'm going to bring it across, and where I scored at 5.5, this should just meet right up here. So I have my page right there, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to glue it together. So if you want to do it this way, you can do it this way. I wanted the flap on the inside. And so and why is that? I don't know. It's just the way I did the first one, and I figured I better do all of them like that. So I did. But you can make it like a matchbook if you want. So it works that way. So that's how you make one of the pages. This is what the page is. It's just, you know, a strip of cardstock or pattern paper cut 5.5 inches high, and then, you know, the different lengths. And like I said, in the directions, it tells you what the lengths are. So there's 4 different sizes, and I've cut all 4 of them. I've glued them together. So when they are together, they're going to look like this in your book. Okay? So they'll look like this in your book. You'll have 2 sets of them. Actually, I think this one's a little too long, but that'll be okay. So then the next step is to put the pages together so that they will slide. Okay? So just for the sake of speed, I already put 4 of them together, but we're going to put these other 4 together. And what the directions say is that you start with, it says to start with the small one. So like the 4 3/4 inch page, it says to start with the small one. But I found when I did that, it was backwards. So, you know, and it may have been me. It may have been me, but it was backwards when I went to do it. So I thought, well, there has to be a different way. And so when I actually did my original one, I kind of messed around with it thinking, how's this going to work? I don't know how this is going to work. And I did it really the hard way. When I did it, when I put this together, I kind of figured out if you start with your back page, so your biggest page, and work up, you know, to your shortest one, it will work according to the directions. So just kind of do it in reverse. So this is where that 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper comes in hand, you know, comes in. You're going to cut 7 pieces of 7 strips that are 8.5 inches long by 3/4 inch wide. So 3/4 by 8.5.
I can't wait to see this.
And then what I did,
I'm excited.
then what I did is, and this is just simply, you know, the way my mind works. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but knowing that my page is 5.5 inches wide, this is 8.5. That means it's 3 inches longer than this page. So I'm going to want, you know, 3 divided in half is 1.5. And so I'm going to have 1.5 inches on either side. And I just made a little pencil mark on my, you can kind of see that on there. I made a little pencil mark on there so I know where that goes. And what I'm going to do is you start with the fold, so where we glued it, where the fold is, where we glued it. We're going to start with that at the top, okay? So there's your fold and there's your crease. And this gets a little confusing because when our page goes in our book, our page is actually going to go this way. But to do our slide, we're going to work the other direction, okay? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So the page in the book is actually going to go this way, but we are going to put it together this way, okay? So one other thing that I did when I made mine was I took my corner rounder, and to just make it easier, you'd have your fold, you have your crease. Your crease edge is going to be the edge that is on the outside here. And so I took my corner rounder and I just rounded those corners, because now I know without looking that that's my creased edge.
Oh, good idea.
Okay.
And Rhonda said it was very easy to find the instructions. So thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you found them, and you just download them, and you got to take it through your cart, blah, 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 blah. But you just do it, and it's easy to do it. And I didn't look to see if that was the right end. Oopsie. I didn't glue that one very well. Let's try to glue this one. Maybe I didn't glue these. Who knows? Okay. But easy to glue. Easy, easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Right? Do you guys know that saying, easy peasy lemon squeezy?
Mm-hmm.
That's something my grandkids like to say a lot too. They might have learned it from me. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to corner around the crease end, and that way as I put the pages together, I don't have to go like this and see where's that fold and where's the crease. So this just makes it a little bit easier. So that's, it doesn't tell you to do that in the directions, but I just found it made it a little bit easier to do that.
Tip.
So there's that. Okay, so now we're going to start with our folded edge at the top, and we're going to slide our strip in there. And this, again, because I have the pencil marks on there, I kind of know where to line it up too on here, because I've marked it 1.5 inches. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to just fold this up because it'll make it easier to put the next page on. Okay, just give it a little crease. And then you take your next size page, and on the left hand side you are going to, let me think here. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start here. It's going to flip there. Okay, so we're going to start with the fold on the bottom, and you're going to slide it on here. You're going to put some adhesive on here and slide it on. Now, the one thing that I will say when you do it the first time is just put a little bit of temporary adhesive on it to make sure that you have it going the right way, because it's a lot easier to take your if you get it on backwards or something, it's a lot easier to take it off of this than to try to get it off the glue. So, and I've done this, so I'm going to go ahead with the glue, and I'm going to glue that on there. And I don't put the glue all the way to the edges on this one because I don't want glue spilling over, because that will impede your slide. Okay, so we're going with the fold, and we're going to put that down. Okay, and then you're just going to flip this over, and you're going to do this. Oh, you know what? I didn't do it right. Sorry. You can go with your crease. Go with the crease. I'm sorry. Did it wrong. Gosh. I even studied this last night. I even studied this last night, so make sure I got it right.
Well, now everyone can watch the video and go,
Right.
oh, don't do what Peggy did
Is that
there.
right? No. Okay, just a second, you guys.
All right. Sometimes
I am
these
on the
get
fold.
tricky. It's a very fancy technique, so
Okay.
it's all
No,
right.
I am on the fold.
Okay.
I had it right the
You
first
had it
time.
right?
I
Okay,
had it right
good.
the first time. Okay,
All right.
I'm on the fold. But anyway, do it the way the directions say. Just start with your no. I think I have to go this way to it because then I'm going to flip it over because it's going to slide. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
there you
Yep.
go.
Okay.
Okay, I see now.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So there we go.
You glued the right piece.
I glued the right piece. I just had the bottom one wrong.
Okay. So you
All
want the corner rounded edges. That's where you're going to put
Yeah.
your piece of paper. I see.
And then I'm going to just kind of fold that over.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tuck this in. Okay.
Okay.
You just kind of tuck that in there.
Oh, I get it.
And that's why I kind of folded it
That's
first.
the slide.
So that's your slide.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So there's your slide. Okay.
Can you turn it around the other way and show it? Yeah.
So there's your slide. Okay.
So cool.
Alrighty.
Well,
so,
that was easy.
For some. Okay, so then we're going to go to the next one.
I had no idea how this was going to work. So
okay, then we're going to go to our next one.
Okay. You're putting it on the rounded.
I'm putting it on the rounded, and I'm going
Okay.
to go up to here and kind of fold that. So my fold is already there. Go to my next.
How clever.
I know.
How did someone come up with that idea?
Right?
I'm
I
like,
know it.
oh, that's
I know
beyond
it.
my
Right?
technical skills.
Exactly.
But I'm
Exactly.
so glad they did.
Yep.
Rhonda says that is neat mechanical
Mechanical.
Mechanicism. I don't know how to say
Mechanism.
the word. Mechanism. Neat mechanism. Yes, mechanism.
Okay. And, you know, like I said, when you do it the first time, put temporary adhesive on there so that
Or
you
maybe
don't
the
ruin
second
it.
time too.
Maybe the second time too, or the third or fourth. I mean, just whenever you do
So
it.
cute. And you could do this with any paper. You don't
You could
have
do it
to
with
do
any paper.
Halloween, but it
No,
sure is
you
cute
can
for
make it with
Halloween.
anything, right?
Yeah.
And then you just kind of decorate up the pages after that, and it's really a very cute album.
Yeah.
So
it's way cool.
It turns out really cute, and seriously, it doesn't take that long to do once you get started on it.
Yeah, because you're just whipping
Yeah,
along
I mean,
now.
and you know, it's not like you have to cut things, you know, intricately or anything like that. You're cutting strips of paper, you know, of various widths. So, you know, 5.5 is kind of your magic number. You do have to do a little bit of math to, you know, get that. You know, to figure that one out. But you know what? If you don't want to do the math, don't do the math. Just kind of fold it and figure it out, and it works. And do it the way that it works for you. And that's, you know, that's the best way to do it. Whatever way works for you is how it needs to be done. And like I said, when I first did this, you know, my sliders weren't working the way I wanted them to. And so I had to kind of, oops. And sometimes, you know, with your strips, you get them a little tight in there. And so you have to kind of work them like I'm doing right here. This did this to me last night too. I just got it a little tight with the paper. Okay. Oops, that came a little bit apart there. But again, you know, I mean, just practice it with your other adhesive just to kind of get a feel for how the slide works. Yeah. And you kind of see on the inside here, you know, where the tab is in there, and you kind of see where the strip is. So the strip is, I can't really show that very much. So the strip is
There
in
it
there.
is.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the strip is in there. You kind of see that and how that slides. Okay. And so then we have to put, because we're working from our back to our front, we have to put the two sections together too, you know. So, and you do that the very same way. And I think they have you do it in two sections just so it doesn't get real thick, you know, going one by one. So you're going to do that the same way. You're just going to bring that through, fold it over, fold it over. And you like your strips can be any color. My first one that I did them in white, and that's what worked. So let's see how this works here. Go this
Okay,
way.
so you're doing the biggest one.
This one, yep, to attach it to the other one. So I'm just going to attach one section to the other section. And bring that down. And the other nice thing about having these edges rounded, when you bring it over, all of your rounded edges are going to be going, you know, in the same direction. So if you bring it over, you know, after you put your first tab in and you have some rounded edges going up and some coming down, you've got a page backward in there. So you just have to kind of figure out where that, which page that is.
And you
This is
wouldn't
just
have to
gonna
do all of these pages, would you?
No,
If
you can put as many
had
pages in as
less,
you
you
want.
could do like if you just wanted
Absolutely.
3 or 4, you could do
Yeah.
it with 3 or 4.
You know,
If you only
right.
have one photo, Peggy.
Yeah, if you only have one photo, you only need one page, you know. Someone call my daughter and say, hey, take more than one photo. Your mom would really appreciate that. Okay, so there we go. We have this done. Our slide is done.
Oh,
Okay, now you'll
so
see
cute.
my bats are upside down
Yes.
because when I folded it, I did it wrong.
Oh.
But when you go to fold them, just, you know, I did have my ghosts in the right direction. So you just have to kind of play with that too.
Pay attention. Yep.
You know, your 5.5, it's going to be 5.5 inches high. So make sure your directional paper is up and down on the 5.5. Don't make it go, you know, the length. Make it go the other way. And if I would have scored and folded this in the opposite direction, it would have been fine. But I didn't. I was kind of not paying attention to that so much when I did it. So these are our pages. And then we're going to go to our, where did I put my cover? Right here. We're going to go to our cover. And I like to kind of just take my ruler here where my creases are on my fold and just kind of, you know, help bend that up a little bit just to kind of make that a little bit smoother bend on there, just to kind of crease it a little bit. And I know everybody has a different way of doing this, and use whatever works best for you. My ruler works for me because I can hold on to it to both sides, and that's what I like. So I have that. And so now I have my little notebook. So I have my little binder. It's 1 inch. And then all you're going to do is take your glue on your very back page and you're going to just glue it in.
That was much easier than I thought it was going to be.
It is easy. You know, once you do it, it really is easy. And now I'm going to take this and I'm going to, where this folds up, I'm going to butt that right up against it.
Okay.
Okay. So the spine, you can kind of close it that way as you put it in there so you know that you're going to get, you know, you're getting it where you need it to be so that, you know, when it closes, all your pages kind of go up against that. You can kind of see that there. My pages are going up against that. Okay. And look at this. We have it done.
Very cute.
And just, you know, I mean, I would wait for it to dry before I really messed with it. But, you know, because we're here. But yeah, I mean, right now I can go ahead and I can pull it out. Look what we've done. You know, we did these pages.
It's
all
so
good.
Cool.
I mean, it's fun. And like I said, you do have to play with it just a little bit to begin with to kind of loosen things up. It's a little tight to start with, and you just kind of have to play with it. It loosens up and it'll slide for you real well. So yeah, so that's what you do. And then the next thing you do is just kind of decorate your pages up. And I'll go through mine that I did, page by page. But then I just, did the front cover too. And I went to the mega pack, and I took paper out of that because I like that smaller scale on there, and just cut 3 or 4 different squares of different sizes and used the 4x4 cut apart and decorated that up a little bit. The cut apart that I used is from the 4x4 sheet, and it is actually looks like a journal one that I really liked. I did use pop dots on the cover just to kind of give it some dimension. I don't know if you can kind of see here and here. I just used pop dots to give it some dimension. But my 4x4 is just, let me see if I can find it here. Oh, there it is. It's this one right here that I just cut. You see it's, nice and plain in the middle. And then I just took from the sticker sheet, I took What a Spooktacular Night, and then I used, the Witch's Brew right up here to kind of decorate that up. And then the that die that you used on your cards.
Oh yeah,
That's the spider web from that. And so
that looked familiar.
Yeah. So I just did that, and then I've still got a couple stars left. Or you can like put a date down here. You could put a name down there, or whatever you want to put down there. I thought maybe I just add a couple stars to it if I can find the sticker sheet here. You'll see that I've used a lot of the stickers in the sticker sheet. But yeah, we're just going to stick down a couple stickers, or a couple stars. Oops. On here. And maybe we'll put down a couple of these little bottles too. Just because we have to beware. But, the cover comes together really quick and easy too. So there's that. There's the cover for it. And then what I did with the ribbon, I just took a piece of ribbon and I came around this way and I just tied it first. Let's see. I'm bow challenged. You guys know that. I'm sorry.
Do we have a ribbon pack for?
We do have the ribbon pack. And I have one over here. Where did it go? Right there it is. So yeah, you get a yard of each of these ribbons in there. So just tie that. There's the ribbon pack. And then I just cut a few strips of it that I had. And then I'm going to just tie that. Teresa, can you hold that for me?
Oh,
see?
how do you?
Just right there. And then I'm going to just tie that in there. Kind of like a junk bow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There we go. And then I just made a little bow. And there's the cover. I mean, how cute is that? Oops, turn it this way. It's really cute. You trim that off. But I'll just really quickly go through the pages here. Again, this is just from the sticker sheet and I use the frames and tags and the ephemera packages on here, and the ribbon package. And that's what I use. This is a 4x4 cut apart again. So right here, the 4x4 cut apart right there. You can buy the ribbon by itself, by the yard, or by the foot, whatever you want.
You have to call us,
but you'll have to call us for it, or buy the ribbon
have
pack.
a name.
Yeah, no, just buy the ribbon pack. And then another thing I did is I just took one of the ephemera pieces, and I took my score tape and taped it onto the back side of the first page. so that I have something to pull
Oh,
with.
like a tab.
Yep.
Cute.
So something to pull with. Now it does say in the directions that you can use like some low foam tape if you want some dimension on here. I didn't do that, just simply because I knew once, you get pictures in there, it's going to come up a little
That would
bit
make it
anyway.
harder to
But
slide, wouldn't it?
well, yeah, I didn't want it to get stuck.
Yeah.
Up here, these are just, I just kind of took, I have an old tab die that I had at home that I thought, well, I'm just going to cut a few pieces. Whatever tab you may have, just use that. That punch is great to put up there. Again, it doesn't really serve any purpose other than decoration, and that's kind of what I wanted it to do. I can pull this out if I wanted to. I've got it glued down there just for display sake. So that's there. My front. The back cover here, I just used a cut apart, star. This is from the ephemera package, frames and tags, and again, the spider web, front die cut, and then the sticker, and then again, this is from the frames and tags too. So just made a little pocket and did that, and then here I did the 3x4 cut apart. I just flipped that up, scored it, a quarter of an inch, flipped it up, and this little star right here. Sometimes you make mistakes, and I was kind of putting some ink around here and got ink right there, and so I had to cover it somehow, so that's why that star is there. But it worked out. I wasn't going to complain. And then a photo mat here with just some ephemera and a sticker. And each of these basically is like a cut apart or a photo mat with some ephemera and a sticker. And that is how I kind of decorated it all up. These all came from the ephemera package, and I really thought that was cute. And then I did use my powder tool here, and this actually created like a little pocket. So you can, stick something down in there if you wanted to, if you have, your picture or whatever. I just thought that, the cat head was kind of cute on the sticker sheet. And then you just kind of keep sliding things out. And again, sticker. This is from the Mega Pack, and you get a sheet in the Mega Pack that has like the words and stuff on there, and I just thought that was really cute. And then of course the words down here. But most of my cut aparts are either from the Mega Pack or from the 3x4 cut apart, because that's what fits. Now, as we cut each of the pages for this, we did 4 different lengths of them. So you would think that you'd really be able to tell that the pages were 4 different sizes, but you really can't. They all kind of look, pretty similar. I mean, here you can see this is a little bit bigger than this one. To do your photo mats, to get the sizing on that, pull it out, measure it, and then, trim your photo mat accordingly is what I would do. So it just, I mean, I
Heidi
did
says
a
she can
kind
see
of a
one
belly
made
band.
with the
This
Summer
one?
Vibe
Oh
pack.
gosh, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so cute. So cute. If you want to put a photo there, do some journaling, just, a belly band going across, the belly band going down. A great way to use your ephemera pieces just to
Definitely.
decorate things up. I mean, you could put 2 photos in here, or else you could use like this green as your photo mat, put your photo where the orange is. It all works. You can, tuck things in and stuff like that. So just, it's a fun little thing to do. Now, I just did the front side, and I'll tell you why I just did the front side. It's because when you have the album all closed up, and I'll just use this one here to show you. When you have the album all closed up, yes, you're going to see this front page, but you can't flip the pages. You're not going to get them open all the way. You can decorate them if you want to, but you're not going to get them open. They're not going to lay open like they would in a regular album because of the slider. And that's why I only did the front side of the pages. You can do the back side if you want. I mean, when you have it all flipped out, it looks like this on the back. You can decorate those up if you want. It may affect, oh yes, it would be cute as a Disney album. Oh gosh, wouldn't that just
That
be
would be
adorable, especially
adorable.
using some of those dies that we showed this morning.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Good
so cute.
idea.
But yeah, you could decorate up the back too. I don't know how that would affect the sliding since I've not done it.
Yeah. I
So
think it would probably get.
yeah,
I
you
think
know,
that would be perfect just for the front.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just really cute. And as you saw, it really didn't take that long to put together. It comes together pretty darn quickly. I mean, even though I had things cut before we started, less than an hour here. So, cute projects. And again, Janet did give us the link
Yep.
to the
Echo Park.
to Echo Park, so you could download the instructions. Great. I mean, it's just, I love the fact that they, are providing, free instructions. I mean,
Yeah.
gosh,
that's
why
nice.
not take advantage of it? So, Barb, Janet, I think,
Just linked
just
it.
linked it
Yep.
for us, and it's called the Fashion Sliding Mini Album. The digital instructions from Echo Park. If you don't remember all of that, go to the Echo Park webpage. And go to their menu and go to their projects, and you're going to find the mini albums, and they have lots of great things on there. So go ahead, take advantage of those free resources. I mean, it's a great way to do it. And fun project. I mean, how
Yep,
cute is that?
definitely.
So now I've got two of them on here, that I got out of the same collection pack.
Yeah.
And I've got enough ephemera and things left over, to decorate, all 8 of these pages too. So have fun with it. Just have
Yeah.
fun.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back to the.
So I don't know if we have any other questions. I don't know
Nope.
if I missed any
We're doing
questions or
good.
anything like that. So great. But yeah, do it. And again, like I said, one of the things that I would recommend if you're going to make this, it's going to be an inch all the way around, that you have extra paper that you're going to fold in over the album instead of half an inch. And then, so that's one little change on the directions that I would say. And then when you put the sliding pages together, start with the bigger page and work toward the front. It tells you to
Okay.
start with a small one and, work big. Start with your big and work small. And you'll be a lot happier. So
All right.
I think that's
Good
how it's going to
points.
work.
Yep.
And if you have any questions, let us know. I'm
Yep.
happy to help out.
Peggy,
Happy to
see her all
answer.
day.
So, all righty, yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
not
No,
until 7, but
right.
all
Mhm.
right. Well,
So,
tomorrow we are going to have rewind and new. So we'll be
yes.
showing all the projects we did this week again,
Mhm.
and then we will all show the 49 and Market new line. It is online,
It
so
is
you guys can
online.
look
I
at that.
know it.
So
I know.
yes, thank you
Just
so much, Peggy.
I just
Everyone
said
loves the mini album.
one of everything from that Willow Grove collection for me. One of everything. I hope
All
my
right.
husband's not home when I get back.
Okay. Well,
So,
thanks everyone
yeah.
for joining
Yes.
us,
Have a
and
great
have
day,
a great
everyone, and
crafty
thank you for
day.
being here.
A quick cast.
Oh.
There's a question about the kits, and we do not have the kits put together yet. So
Yeah.
no, those
So
aren't ready.
we'll
will
let you know when
let you
those
know.
are ready.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. Good question. Thank you.
Thank you so much.